Welcome to Somerset Motorhome Centre. This is something new for us. We are going to do a weekly video of behind the scenes here at Somerset Motorhome Centre. My name is Zach, I'm here with Stuart. We're just going to run through a few things that are going on within the business. For example, up and coming shows, any new vehicles, and a few other things. So we're just going to crack on now and have a chat, Stu, and just discuss a few things which are going on.
Yeah, I do.
So Stu, anyone who hasn't been to us before, what's the sort of stock level and price range we sort of hold in stock?
So if you haven't been to us before, you need to come and visit us. We specialise in used vehicles predominantly. Price range, it can vary, but anything really from early to mid 20s, right the way up to £70,000-80,000.
Okay.
And age-wise, again, that can vary massively, but we do stock, slightly older and slightly more mature models. Anything up to any models that are a couple years old.
Okay. And would you say we stock all shape and sizes, so anything from A-class, coach builds, all that kind of stuff?
Absolutely. I think that's what we're well known for, really, is our stock levels and the variety that we offer people. Anything from the tiny little Roma homes, if you know what they are, up to the very large tag axles, and we try and keep a big variety of those in stock. So your main classes, of course, are van conversions, coach built, A-class, and everything in between, really.
Okay. And would you say, I'm going to throw this question at you, do you have a certain layout that you like the best, or a certain brand?
I've got a certain vehicle type, me personally. I like the van conversions.
Okay. Why is that, out of curiosity?
Well, they work for me purely because they tend to be a little bit more on the compact side. It opens a few more doors in terms of destination, of course.
Yes.
And I don't need a lot of what the larger coach builds have as standard.
Okay.
What about yourself?
I like the idea of having a fixed bed. I like the idea that it's just done. For me, I just like the fact that if I've been out all day with the children, I can just come in and the bed's done there, and I'll ideally want a bed at the top or a drop-down bed from the ceiling, so the two beds are done. I just like the hassle-freeness of just having that bed.
Yeah, so it's all done for you.
Yeah, not I'm lazy. I just like the fact that it's done. Yeah. And I don't mind the size. I'm quite happy to go up to any size really. But I just like the thought of the fact that it's done and dusted. Yeah. And yeah, that's the sort of layout I like really.
So that's the advantage of something like that. Like you say, you've got different sections, different areas for the family, so they can entertain themselves. And when it comes to the sleeping, it's already made up for you.
It's done and dusted.
Yeah,
that's what I like about it. Yeah. Stu, our opening hours, are we open 7 days a week? What sort of times are we open at the moment going through the winter side of things?
At the moment, we're open at the sales sites. We're open 7 days a week. That is all year round. In terms of the hours that we open at the moment, we're open from Monday to Saturday. We open at 8:30 and we close at 5 o'clock. However, that will change when we go into February, because we'll remain open until 5:30. Okay. So as it gets a bit lighter, we're giving the people the opportunity to stay a little bit longer with us and have a good look around.
Okay. And if a customer came into us and they had a part exchange, do we take everything a part exchange, or?
More or less, we do. We're always happy to consider most vehicles. I know that I think it might have been yourself, Zach, that not long ago actually managed to get an underwrite on a quad bike.
It was quite hard work, but we made it work.
We did it, didn't we?
Yeah.
We did it. So
so what we're saying there really is come and see us. We're open 7 days a week, and we take in every vehicle part exchange, whether that's a motorhome, a caravan, a quad bike, a car, a motorbike. Because even though a lot of these vehicles we may not retail, we would actually ring around local dealers to us who specialise in those items and get the best price we can and give you the best price that we can in a part exchange. And we've got a few shows this year, Stu, as well, haven't we?
We have got quite a few this year, which is really exciting. Our first show of the year to kickstart this season is actually at West Point in
Yes,
Exeter.
Yes, yeah.
And I believe that starts on
Friday the 23rd.
Friday the
Friday
23rd.
23rd. So that'd be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're probably planning to take around 40 to 50 vehicles. We'll be inside and outside. And so no matter what the weather is, we'll be inside in the dry, or even if it's outside.
Fantastic.
We'll be there as well.
And also, does that mean that, I mean, stock-wise, do you take everything, or will there still be some vehicles back here for people to come and browse?
Yeah, good question, Stu. So we will be taking pretty much a variety of stock. So we don't like to try and duplicate on the same stock.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't want to take 10 Elders Majestics 115s, which are all the same layouts. We would take a variety of VWs with the pop tops. We'll take panel van conversions. We're going to take pretty much most of the stock we have, but very much different makes and models, and maybe similar layouts, but there'd be different manufacturers, different prices, different ages.
Yeah.
And obviously, when we go to shows like this, obviously it's a 3-day event, so come and see us, and we'll see if we can get the customers into a new motorhome and new adventures.
So if I was considering coming down and I have a part exchange, obviously better, that the customer brings it with them. So that they
Ideally,
can take
yes, but it's not the end of the world, because obviously we've been in the industry for a long period of time, so we do know what an Elders 125 would be, and we know what an Auto Trail Apache 700 is. So
Sure.
Ideally, it would be nice if we could see it there and then, but it's not the end of the world. We still give you the best valuation. It would just be subject to us seeing the vehicle, of course, because we're only going off face value. So it'd be nice if we could see it.
Yeah, absolutely right. So it's always better if we can evaluate it by physically seeing the vehicle, which obviously makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
In terms of what we do as a company for the preparation of vehicles, some people may not know where our service and collection centre is, but it's only a few miles from where we're sitting right now.
Yes.
So maybe we can explain briefly.
Like the preparation side of things?
I think so, yeah, I think that would help.
So if a customer, let's say they came to the show and they saw the vehicle they liked and all the prices were all okay, what we then say to the customer is we take a £4,000 deposit. That is enough for us to lock the vehicle up, and a customer giving us their commitment that they want to buy the vehicle. And obviously each vehicle is different with preparation. So some vehicles are too new to have like a service. So for example, this Bailey we're sat in is only 6 months old.
Yep.
So it's not required to have a service yet, but obviously or an MOT. But any vehicle that we sell that requires the following: MOT, service and habitation, we would do. That's all part of the service. There's no additional fees or costs to that. So every vehicle gets prepped, MOT, service and habitation. So yeah, and obviously all our vehicles come with warranty shoot. So would you like to explain more?
Absolutely. Our warranty is what we call an in-house warranty. Basically, that means it's not insurance-based. It means we're not fighting for people to pay for parts, etc. It's much more straightforward. It's our own in-house warranty, as I say. So it is a return to base. So where possible, we'd like people to bring the vehicle back to us to have repairs done.
I think what we find, Stu, is having that same person you're talking to,
Yep.
The same company. So we've had it several times where a customer will ring up and pop into us here at sales. They still see us, and then they may head over to our service department and obviously see Nikki and Paul and the team over there.
Yeah.
And if they had a problem again, which sometimes can happen, they're still dealing with the same people, which is nice. Whereas you ring up the insurance, I don't know one off the top of my head, but if you ring them up and you speak to James, next time you ring up and you ask for James, you get someone else. So it's quite nice to still have that bond that we have.
I think it's essential. It's a personal touch, and we treat you as individuals. We care about that you have a good experience with your motorhome, regardless of what the vehicle is. You're going to receive the same attention.
Yes.
Another nice thing about what we do, I believe, as a company, is we offer an overnight stay. So that generally happens, Zach, when the person has had their handover.
Yes.
So I don't know if you want to tell people the handover process and then about the overnight stay.
So once the vehicle's all been prepared, like I explained earlier, once it's had its MOT service habitation, it'll have a full valet inside and out. So we do clean everywhere in the motorhome. We wash the roofs externally, everything external regarding the lockers, all that kind of stuff. We clean through, make sure it's all up to the top standard it should be.
Yep.
And then when we come into the vehicle, obviously we then clean internal, wet vacs all the cushions, make sure the vehicle really is the best it can be when the customer picks it up. So when you have your handover, it's a very in-depth handover. We have a specialist guy who will, his name's Paul, he'll go through the handover with you. Most handovers around an hour and a half roughly, just to basically make sure you understand the whole grips of the vehicle. And even if you've had 5, 6, 7 motorhomes or been caravanning for 20 years, it's nice to have that physical handover, someone explaining in detail, and you can ask them while they're there.
Yeah.
I know some companies send like a video tour explaining certain items, which is okay because you can have that to go back on later in when you're on holidays and stuff like that. But I just find when you have it in person, spend an hour and a half, you can ask questions straight back. Otherwise, you get sent this video, you sort of, I don't know, maybe don't want to ring them up because you sort of think, oh,
you don't want to trouble.
Yeah. Whereas obviously having that physical handover, and then you then have your overnight stay. So once the handover's all done, the logbook's all done as well, the tax and it, and you're roadworthy, ready to go. We have 2 local campsites depending on the year when you collect. We would obviously pop you on our local campsite, which is free of charge. And then the next morning, if there was any questions about, I don't know, the heating or the hot water, or maybe you just want to pop back in and say everything was brilliant and there was no issues, we're going to head on home now. So you get that first night, well, again, once you've had that handover and it's still fresh in your mind, and then you then go to the campsite and you just have a good play with it, and then there's no question's a silly question. So the next morning, if you come up and you couldn't understand the fridge or you couldn't understand anything in the vehicle, come up and we'll go through it again with you. Make sure you're happy.
I think that's a really, really good idea, and I think the important thing to remember is, as Zach said, it doesn't matter if you're a seasoned caravan and motorhome owner, and you believe that where everything is and how it all works, or whether or not you're somebody that's starting out for the first time and you want us to sort of hold your hand, as it were. That's what it's all about, to actually make sure that you enjoy the vehicle and know how the vehicle works to the best of its,
And again, we must always tell all customers, no question is a silly question.
No,
we've heard them all before.
Yeah,
we're just here to help. That's really what it's about.
Yeah.
And collection timescale, Stu. If a customer came today, they fell in love with this Bailey, but sat in for the moment, or another vehicle, what's the rough estimate for a turnaround?
Of course, it all depends on the actual motorhome itself, but in general, we would turn a motorhome around and get it all fully prepared for the customer within 2 weeks, maybe into a third week, depending on where we are within the season, of course.
Yeah.
But we'll always do our best to get that vehicle ready for you as soon as we can, because most people are very excited to collect the vehicle. Let's face it.
Yeah, very much so. How do you feel, Shu, at the moment? How do you think the season is looking for motorhomes? Do you think it's looking positive this year? Do you think it's going to be a busy year?
I think it's going to be a very busy year.
Yeah.
I think we are obviously early days. I don't know if people can hear. The weather outside is not too good today.
Yes, a little bit.
But going forward, generally what happens is after we've done the first show, which we expect to be busy for us, that'll give us another idea of how busy we are going to be going forward. But certainly for the start of the season, and through Christmas, it was very positive for us.
Yeah,
the inquiries come through. Of course, you can contact us many different ways. We're talking about email, we're talking about direct phone calls, and inquiring through our website as well. So if you have got any inquiries at all, just give us a call. You can use either one of those. Something very nice to look out for on our website as well is please have a look on the home screen, and there's a tab on the top and it says news, and if you want to have a look at myself and Zach and our colleagues, there is a tab called Meet the Team, so you can see all of us up here in sales.
Yes.
And also what we're featuring on there now, which is really quite exciting, is we're doing blogs on there now.
Oh, are we? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
So what sort of blogs? What we got on there? What sort of
Okay,
things?
so before Christmas, we were encouraging people to understand how they look after their motorhome during the cold
So
spells.
like tips and trying to help them to
Yes,
make sure they don't get things like frozen boilers and
that's it.
Okay,
Yeah.
brilliant.
How to protect against frost, how to protect their batteries and what to do.
Right.
General maintenance, very similar to what you would find looking after your car during the winter.
Yeah.
So these are top tips. They're all on there. Also, tips to make it a stress-free journey when you are actually motorhoming as well.
Okay.
There's some really, really good information on there. So I would encourage people that are watching this to visit the website and have a look at those,
little
because
brief.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think our intention is, I think you've got ideas, Zach, to populate that going through the year and to tell people when the shows are coming up, etc. I think.
Yeah. So what we find a lot of time is when we go to a show, sometimes we find customers come here not knowing we're at a show.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and advertise a bit more this year that we're attending certain shows on our website, make it a little bit more easier for the customer. Obviously, we're attending certain shows, so they don't come here if they've travelled an hour. There's certain van they come to look at. Let's for example, this Bailey or other vehicles.
Yeah.
They could see on our website that we're attending the show this weekend. It'd be worth calling us just to make sure that vehicle is still here. Really.
Yeah, top tip actually, because we don't want people having a wasted journey, like you said.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, shoot. Well, I think that was a good video. And we're going to do this once a week, and this will be just basically behind the scenes, just talking about us as a company, what's going on within the company, and a few other things regarding shows, what shows we're attending and upcoming shows, any new vehicles arriving and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So this is episode 1, and hopefully you enjoyed it.
If you've got any questions, obviously after viewing this,
Yes.
don't hesitate, contact us.
Exactly.
And as Zach said, this is something that we're going to promote and do going forward.
Mhm.
So hopefully you'll all enjoy them.
Yes.
Many thanks for watching.
Thank you.